Bit of sad news for you, though. I've lost my dog recently.
Aww.
Thanks for the sympathy. I went out looking for him. I couldn't find him anywhere. My dad said to me, "You need to get back out there and you need to look harder." So I went out, got myself a couple of tattoos and a Stone Island jacket.
Good morning and welcome to Never a Foul. What's this show called on Fridays? Mayhem?
I don't even know, man. What is the show called?
Georges and 2Ds?
Whoa.
Nuts.
Whoa.
Oh, well, if you want to throw nuts in there as well, we can do,
Georges
but
and
that's mad.
2Ds.
I'm not gonna lie. Followed by nuts.
No. We can talk about.
You're the George in that. You're the George in that equation, Daps. That's you, not me.
Oh, it's two. Actually, that's mad. It's 2 Georges and 2Ds. Mad.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, I don't know where Cass is. I've woke up and I have no idea where he is. I swear down. But yeah, apparently I don't need to host this show because it's just fucking mayhem. And I've just joined backstage and these guys are already arguing. So what are you lot even arguing over?
Yeah, do you know, first of all, the one thing we do need to clarify is the rules do carry on into this season. There's an order of speaking. There is an order of speaking.
I don't think you want to say yeah.
And I know D's saying yeah.
No, you're saying yeah for. I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know why any of you are saying yeah because there's an order. And I'm getting at that order that, you know, the champions speak first and it goes down the pecking order. You know, to my
it will do about trophies because the league
That's what I said, to the champions, to my other fellow champions, to just
You know what, Jules?
Right now.
You can start. Then it'll be
But
me.
you can't let Jules finish. Let Jules finish because you're not talking first. You're not talking first.
No. But D, you're talking last. That's what
listen, I'm gonna take your best player and then we will both talk last.
Oh,
that's what we're gonna be.
I don't know. I'm seeing the gestures right now. I know you guys are trying to entertain and stuff, but there is like an order to making the speak, and I didn't finish. You know, I just wanted to get out there. You know, it's good to be back. It's been a while since we've had this Friday show with the guys. Make sure you smash a like on the way in, people. That should be a standard. You know, show some love.
Hold on,
you know,
there you go. You're hosting now. Fuck it.
No, but more importantly, D. What's going on with your manager, bro? He's not happy over these sides. Not happy, bro. Your manager's not happy. Yeah, you, bro.
He's talking to you. Why are you not talking to me? My manager's happy. You're talking to you.
Yeah, your manager's happy because your manager's happy with mediocrity.
Your manager's vet.
Yeah, you're right. Your manager's happy with mediocrity. It's always next year. My manager actually, you know, he's not happy with mediocrity.
That's why he's trying to go and get your best player. So he's not happy with mediocrity.
Yeah.
It's funny. Is there a top player?
Hold up, which question am I answering?
Wait, you can answer this question. Answer this question.
What's going on? I'll ask the question. Now I'm asking another question.
New question. Is Eze a top player?
Yeah, Eze is a top player. You see the last year, he won a trophy.
Well, that's the reason why Arteta wants to go and get him because he wants to add to the top squad. That's the reason.
Okay, but for Eze's sake, I think that would be not the best of moves. I think it would be nicer if another top 6 club came that can actually
name another top.
Can we actually paint the picture for everyone that's watching? Because we was actually saying something backstage, but they probably don't know. So if you guys can inform them, so they actually have the full.
Hold on, did you just say if another top 6 club? Who do you mean by that?
I would rather Eze join another top 6 club. Because
name names. Name names.
Yeah. I think Tottenham's won the most, you know, they've won a trophy most recently.
What was you going to say before that? Tottenham won the most. What was you going to say before that?
No, that's what I was going to say.
What was you going to say before that?
Liverpool, I think they're top club as well. Chelsea, they literally won a trophy last year. United, I know it wasn't great, but then again, the season before that, they won the FA Cup. They're just an anomaly here in the top 6 clubs. And it's Arsenal Football Club in North London. And I would want the best for Eze. He's in his prime. I don't want him to go there to go do 10 phases and then end up his manager saying, "Oh, community shield."
You feel like if Eze goes to Arsenal, he retires from winning trophies. Is that what you're saying?
Hold on.
You look at Saka. Saka's only won 1 trophy, right?
D, you just said, you don't want him to go to Arsenal and say that the community shield is a trophy. But you just called it a final.
Exactly, but they don't know that backstage, and I already
You
tripped him up backstage.
final.
I already tripped him up backstage anyway.
Because we're there.
You're in a fight. You know what he said backstage? You know, this argument started.
I was listening.
We're in the final next week. He said we're in the final next week.
No. I was just going off based on what one of the highest paid managers in the world was saying, and that's Mikel Arteta. When he spoke about trophies, he said we won 2 community shields. So who am I if there's a guy who's earning £50 million a year managing big Arsenal Football Club and saying community shield is a trophy? So based on that, it is a trophy. So that's the reason why I was talking.
Let's enjoy the trophy. Enjoy the trophy. That skill said Pep said the same, and so did Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
Remember that? Do you remember that? But you wouldn't remember that. You wouldn't remember that because you weren't in it.
Yeah, no, we're in the final next week.
Because it wasn't Arteta that said it. It was actually Pep the first time. Actually,
I can't lie. Yeah. So when we talk about what is it? So Centurions was a Formidables. So when City said the Formidables, I can't lie. I'm not down with that. Like the Formidables, one of them was a Community Shield. Yeah. So we won the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Community Shield. And it was called the Formidables. I wasn't down with that. I think that's dead, bro. I can't.
No. But like, let's be respectful here to Pep as well. Putting Pep and Arteta in the same sentence is absolutely wild. Pep has won the Champions League, the Premier Leagues, and everything like that. Let's not. Let's have a bit of
semantics. Yeah,
let's not put them on the same.
You did that. I didn't put Pep and Arteta.
Where this started, yeah. For those, obviously, people don't know what's going on in the background. Where this started was obviously regarding the Eze stuff. Eze's release clause expires today. Is that was released by Baker?
Personally, I thought it expired on around 13th, 14th of August, because that's when it expired last year. So I was shocked to hear this year because I was like, what's really changed? Like, but then it might be the Community Shield, it might be.
So was you saying though, D? Was you alluding to the fact that because the release clause has ended so soon and it's ended now, that you don't think Eze is leaving? Is that what you're saying? You think
that is honestly is one of the worst news for Arsenal. It's so bad. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be genuinely worried. All you have to do, even though he didn't have a release clause, is look at Gahey last year with Newcastle. They dragged it on, and it reached a point where they actually offered us £70 million, and we still said no. We don't operate like Brighton, we don't operate like the Bournemouths, and we never have done. We are happy to keep Eze at the football club. There's a reason why that release clause is there, and them terms are as they are, because we don't want to lose Eze so late on in the window. And if you want to negotiate,
you're not different to any club, though. That's the same as any.
No, it is different. It is different.
Isak's gone AWOL.
Steve Parish doesn't operate like Arsenal fan.
Wait. What I'm saying is, Isak has gone AWOL. Johan Wissa has gone AWOL. Douglas Luiz at Juventus has gone AWOL. And Gyökeres went AWOL. All 4 of them are probably going to get their way. Eze might go.
So if Eze is going to go AWOL, Eze is not AWOL. He's playing
I'm saying, what I'm saying is, you're saying that Steve Parish doesn't operate
AWOL still.
You're saying
doing
that. Steve Parish doesn't operate like who?
Yeah, he doesn't.
But D,
only when he has operated.
No, I think it's a fair point to make, though, D. Don't you think that Crystal Palace is probably one of the hardest negotiators? And we've seen forget the Gahey saga. Look at the Zaha saga that dragged on for 4 or 5 years. Zaha was a top player that was supposed to pretty much in the same position as Eze. Every year, somebody wanted him. There was a club that wanted him, but the reason he never left was because the money that Crystal Palace wanted was for one, they always wanted bare money up front, and 2, they always wanted a stupid fee. Arsenal wanted Zaha for years, but it was never going to pay the 60-70 million pound that Palace wanted for him. And that's what that's what he's saying. Steve Parish is probably one of, apart from Levy, one of the worst people to negotiate with a deal.
We're not a selling club like everyone thinks we are. I don't know why they think we are. We're just not. Maybe because we're Palace and everyone assumes that. Zaha, we didn't even sell. He ended up leaving on a free. Gahey, potentially, we'll see what happens this window. He could leave on a free as well. The only players that we've really sold, Wan-Bissaka, Elise with the release clause, and Anderson.
Do you not think Gahey's going then? Do you not think Gahey's going then?
Gahey, I actually am open for Gahey to leave because I don't know if I want to lose him on a free, but nothing's really happening. I mean, Liverpool, they're kind of focusing on other players. And the other clubs they're not really interested in Gahey. I think Gahey could potentially leave this window for 40-50. And Gahey, this is the thing with Gahey and Eze. They're both not desperate to leave the football club. They're happy. If Gay
No,
was
they
to
are.
stay
They
at
are.
the club,
They are desperate to
they're
leave.
not desperate, bro. They're not
They've
desperate.
realised their
If they're
dreams
desperate-
already.
hold
They've
up,
got
I can- okay,
they've
hold
got a
up.
prize. They can go at Crystal Palace.
Okay,
Then
hold
what
up,
can they
hold
do?
up. All of these players that you've mentioned so far, they've all put in transfer requests, right? We've all heard it. So why till this day, right now, we're in August, that Eze hasn't put in a transfer request, and Gay hasn't put in a transfer request? Because they're not desperate to leave. They're not. If they were desperate to leave right now, they would have handed in a transfer request. Even Zaha done that, and he didn't end up leaving. So I'm giving you the reality. You can take it however like you want. If his release clause expires tonight, I would hate to be Arsenal Football Club because there's a good chance he's not coming.
Nah, I'll be go on, D.
No, I'll take Rodrigo anyway. I'll go for Rodrigo.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh wait, I mean 5 minutes ago you're taking our best player, and now I'll take Rodrigo.
But you're saying it like him, whether he leaves or not, doesn't change the fact that Eze wants to go to Arsenal. That's the main point.
No, but this is two things can be right. I can personally want to go Arsenal, but I can also be happy at Palace, and that's the situation with Eze.
But you're not going to be happy if you don't get your dream move.
The thing is, though,
you can become unhappy. Is the point?
No, but don't you think though with Eze, what D is saying is right, as in the Palace D, is in the fact that he will want to leave, but he's never going to want to leave enough as that he's going to push for the move because he loves Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace gave him the platform to be the player who he is now. You would know that he's well documented. His career as a youth player, he was pushed out of bare different academies, went this team, was moved in and around. Crystal Palace is the one team where he's actually found a home, and he's been there for 5-6 years. So I can't see him pushing a move away from there. But at the same time, I don't see a deal not happening. You say Steve Parrott, like Crystal Palace is going to be hard to negotiate with, but the one thing that's always been constant is you just want 68 million. It's not you wanted the release clause played up front. What it was said was that you guys wanted a big chunk of the release clause up front, so you want like a £30 million installment, and then however the rest be installments will be installments. But you guys wanted a big chunk of it up front. If Arsenal are willing to do that, a deal will happen for Eze. It's just whether Arsenal want Eze enough. I will go as far to say Arsenal don't want Eze enough. I don't think they view.
They don't.
I hear that. I agree with you on that. I don't think it's
Eze could have been an Arsenal player at the start of the month when he was first linked. However, they signed Madueke, they signed Gyökeres. They've just been delaying Eze. And the most insulting thing about it is that Arsenal are saying that they're not willing to match the release clause. They're always willing to bid lower. So that stance hasn't changed. Well, that's fine. You can bid lower, but you're not getting Eze for lower.
I think what you're not doing is understanding negotiation tactic. The reason why Arsenal have not triggered the bid is because they believe they can get it lower. The reason why we've waited for it to expire is so now it's the player power. So now once it's in the time when you've got the release clause, it takes the power away from the club. We can just trigger the release clause and we can go and get him. The reason why they haven't done that is so now it goes to negotiation. So now we can offer.
Well, you're gonna find out the hard way then.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're assuming. But what I'm saying is you're assuming that because the release clause is expired, that now you can negotiate a higher price. It's the other way around. You now have to negotiate. You now have to negotiate 100%, bro. You now have to negotiate. No, but you have to negotiate a lower price now because Eze now can say, "Well, I want to go to Arsenal," and Arsenal can bid whatever they want to bid now. If the release clause is there, it leaves it in Arsenal's hand to say, "Oh, we have to go and get him."
Bid whatever you want. You're not getting him for lower than because QPR owed money as well. QPR owed money around 15%. So it's not like we're getting all of the money. You're not getting Eze for lower than his release clause. That's not going to happen.
You're not going to get him for less than 6
million. No, I think he's wrong.
Well, you're going to find out the hard way.
Look at Sporting Lisbon. Look what I'm just Sporting Lisbon. They're meant to be.
We're not Sporting Lisbon, bro.
You're definitely not Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon are just as hard to negotiate as you are, you know.
Okay, cool. But the difference was turn up the training.
Yeah, Gyökeres didn't turn up
today. In 3 hours.
Eze's been going training.
Boys, I need to cut in. Firstly, there's 552 people watching, and there's 74 likes. That stinks.
That's wild.
That fucking stinks. People, 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, take 2 seconds to hit the like button so I don't have to keep asking, please, please, please. Help the channel a lot. Get the likes up to 200 at least. Cass is going to be livid with me if he gets back and sees 78 likes. What is going on? But secondly, there's been Ornstein, while you lot have been arguing over.
I'd say use the Ornstein one. Fabrizio literally just.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Regurgitated Ornstein. I wouldn't even.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the Ornstein one's probably better for me. So Ornstein has said, bear with me. Basically, Liverpool have bidded. By the looks of it, Liverpool have bidded. Newcastle rejected. And another bid coming in because Isak has made it clear he wants to go. So exclusive. Newcastle rejects official bid from Liverpool for Alexander Isak. Initial approach, informal. Now firm LFC offer turned down. Suggested new deal with 2026 release clause and senior teammates push 25-year-old to stay, but he wants to move. Wow, fucking hell, he really wants this.
I think he's going to go, man. Newcastle playing Liverpool.
He's going to go Liverpool.
I don't think he is.
Bro, he's leaving. Definitely leaving. At that point, when you can see it there, he says the senior teammates have pushed for him to stay, but he wants to move. There's no way he's staying, man. If your teammates are asking you to stay and you've still said, bro, I'm leaving. I want Liverpool. I can't see.
He wants to go, but Newcastle don't have to sell. He's got 3 years.
Bro, wait. Well, with Eze, we have to sell for lower than his release clause, apparently. That's what I know. Just one club has to do one thing, another club has to do another.
Listen. You don't understand what it's like to be a big club, so you just calm down. What I'm saying is,
you don't understand what it's like to win a trophy.
All right, can we talk about Isak? I know. We've never won trophies before. We've never won
5 years. It's been 5 years. You might have forgot the feeling.
What I'm saying is, Isak is more than likely probably going to leave, more than likely. But what I'm saying is, Newcastle are in the position of power, aren't they? They say
you just said that he went AWOL and how that impacted all the other deals from players going AWOL. So if he's gone AWOL and he's
the point I'm making is he's gone AWOL at Newcastle, but Newcastle his price is meant to go lower when you go AWOL, but his price they've rejected the first bid. That's what you said.
Yeah, we don't know what the first bid was.
The first bid is going to be at 100. It's going to be 110.
We don't know.
The thing is, I think. Can you remember when Tevez? Decided he wanted to go and play golf and just fucked off from City, and the owner said
he wanted to leave, innit?
Yeah, and the owner said, "Nah, you're not leaving. You're coming back and you're ending the season. And then if we get a bid, we'll sell you." I think Newcastle's owners, maybe want to do that approach, yeah. But I think Eddie Howe would be like, "Listen, if the guy wants to leave." We can't have him around the team. So I do think he goes, but I think Newcastle at this point, they've got to hold out, because at the moment, if they don't hold out and get something, it's not positive. There's nothing positive that comes out of this. I was on a show the other day with Pete Davey, and he was telling me that, look, if they get 150 million, that breaks down. I think George, you were on it, breaks down 600 million. That they can spend in PSR, yeah? But there's nothing really positive to this because the difference is, I think Roms compared it to the Coutinho thing and said when Liverpool sold Coutinho, they could spend that money over X number of years. But the difference is, that's Liverpool, yeah? Newcastle, the PR at Newcastle is fucked. The only positive they can get is a big thing. They can't let him go for 120, 130. I think they've got to hold out for 150. Just to say, yeah, we got 150 for him. Because if they let him go for the same as Wirtz, I think that's bad business. Because if they sell Isak at this point in the transfer window, are Newcastle getting top 4 next season? Or top 5? I don't think so. And Newcastle doing anything in the Champions League? I don't think so. It's bad PR. They've got to hold out for it. They've got to. But I do think he goes. I think he ends up in Liverpool.
This is actually bad for Newcastle. Not just the fact that he wants
to leave,
bad. What else can Newcastle do to keep these players? They've been rejected by a few players already, top players that didn't want to join them. The top striker wants to leave as well. At this point, it's what else can they do? What else can they do to be that football club to attract and keep these top quality players? I think Isak leaves.
Do you know what? What they could do is, this is all on Newcastle, right? This summer was massive for Newcastle. Huge, yeah? They've just won a trophy, right? It's their second time getting back in the Champions League. going into the transfer window, it looked like Livramento wanted to stay. It looked like Isak wanted to stay. Bruno wanted to stay. Tonali wanted to stay. But they went into the transfer window with no sporting director. And they've shown no ambition. And that's why Isak, probably his head's been turned, because he's thinking, you know what? I thought we were building something here. This don't really look like we're building much.
The opening bid, by the way, according to Fabrizio Romano, was 120 million plus add-ons. So that's what Liverpool sent. So that's not cheap. I mean, 120.
No, that's not cheap. 120 plus
add-ons.
add-ons.
That's why that is cheap. That's not 150. They want at least. I'd say that.
Yeah, but for the opening bid,
add-ons, 120 plus the add-ons. That probably is about 135.
I reckon Newcastle want guaranteed 140, and then maybe plus add-ons from there. I reckon they're not going to accept the bid unless
they're not far off.
They know that they want to know that they're getting. No, I know, but the add-ons may not be realistic or so on. They want to make sure that the deal's structured in a way that they get 150 million guaranteed. Now, if that's an add-on, or if he scores 20 goals in a season, we get 5 mil. We win a Premier League, we get 5 mil. They're going to want realistic add-ons that they know are achievable for them to get the 150 mil. I think that's probably not what has been the case.
I think Liverpool are willing to pay whatever price is needed, because the timing of this Isak whole thing didn't make any sense. As soon as Ekitike signed, that's when Isak officially confirms and said, "Oh, I want to leave now." So I think they've had conversations. I think Isak has had reassurances that we will pay what's required for Newcastle. The only issue is a replacement. Newcastle need to find a replacement. Are they going to be able to find a replacement this month? If they don't, what's going to happen? Do they keep Isak? If they do find a replacement, I think Isak is gone. I think Liverpool, first bid, 120. Next bid could be 130, 140. Like, eventually they'll get there. I think they know the price already that's required. And I think Isak knows that they will get there as well. And that's the reason why he pulled this move so late on in the window. Now it's a matter of Newcastle getting a replacement, and then Liverpool, I think, will get the job done. So that's the only thing we'll see with that. But I don't know about who they're going to go and get, though. That's the only problem. Who are Newcastle going to get? If Sesko is going to potentially Man United, I don't know.
If you were Sesko, what would you... who would you go to, United or Newcastle at this point if you're Sesko?
You're mute, D.
Honestly. George, who would you go to? Newcastle or United? Honest answer. Not what's funny.
No, I'll be honest. I think Newcastle might be, for him, the better place to grow his... I think Man United's not a good place for young players. I feel like Man United's the place for Cunha and Mbeumo to go to, because they're proven, they know where they're at. They've already had, like, Cunha's had Atletico, Wolves. He's had his career at big clubs where he sort of failed and then come back and found his home. I don't think Sesko is going to... He'll go to Man United and have a similar career what Højlund has had so far. It's going to be up and down. It's going to have a lot of people on his back, too much pressure. Newcastle's the better option if you want to go to a team that's more settled. You know you're going to come in and be probably the main striker. They're looking to build a project around you. Eddie Howe's a good manager. You've seen what he's done with Isak in the short time that he's had him in, just 2 to 3 years. I think it would probably be the better deal. But I'll be honest, I can only see him choosing Man United. I can't see him choosing Newcastle at this point. And Newcastle, it's funny because I was telling Pete this the other day, and they wanted to have a go at me and stuff. And, you know, I wanted to give them the reality. Just like with Palestine, they're not a big club. Players don't want to go to Newcastle.
Hey, George, I can't lie though. What you said was cheeky. When you were saying you're not at the big table, yeah, that was
They're
cheeky.
not though. I have been at the big table for a long time. They're not at the big table.
You're not.
I am at the big table. You've only been welcome to the big table recently. So
okay, cool.
Let's have it right.
You're not at the big table, bro. You're in the restaurant, but you're just picking up the order to get on your moped and go and drop it to someone.
I've been at a big table for a long time. For you to think that I'm not is just silly.
Wait, when last did you not win a league title?
Bro, why do you think
that coming from Arsenal?
What puts you at the big table?
When last did you win a league title? I'm
always been at the big table. What are we doing here?
No. Let's ask.
Trophies, all these other things that we've got in consideration. Spurs have always been there.
George, what puts you at the big table?
Again, trophies, the size of your club, whatever it is, revenue, commercially.
When last did you win a league title, though? Honest question.
Do you know what? There's different types of tables, I guess. So maybe you're sat at a big table. It's not the type of table that, like, I don't know.
I don't get it, Daps. If you want to talk about trophies, you've only overtook us in trophies 3 or 4 years ago. So, like, you sit here and talk about, like, you're at the big table, but we're not. It wouldn't make no sense. How can we be at the big table if you only just overtook us?
Because for me personally, You don't always sit at the same table. You move about on tables. And right now, you're not at the big table. For many, many years, we weren't at the big table. For many, many, many years, City weren't at the big table. But right now, we are. Like, people move about. You don't always sit at the big table. And at the moment, like, you're not at the big table.
For me, but that's where we look at it different. For me, the big table is the big table. The big clubs are the big clubs. Whether you like it or not, they're big clubs and they sit there for a reason. Newcastle are not. They're not even in the restaurant yet, bro. Newcastle are not even in and around. Like they can't. They're not. They've been into the Champions League 2 times in their history, and this will be their second time. I don't think they are.
They are. Firstly, they're the richest club in the world. Secondly,
it doesn't matter.
They're the richest club in the world. By what mean? No. No. You're factually wrong. They have the richest owners in the world. They're not the richest club. Revenue-wise, Liverpool spend more on wages than they make revenue on a yearly basis, bro. Newcastle's a tiny club. That's the thing that people aren't realizing.
Hold on. Wait. Well, you see, when you say, yeah, what I'm trying to figure out, yeah, when you talk about like big clubs like around the world, that what do you see when you say Tottenham and stuff like that? Would you say Tottenham are like bigger than Leeds and stuff like that? Is that how you see? Of course,
they're bigger than Leeds. What are you on about, bro? What are you on about, D? What are you on about? Bro.
You think so?
D, when's the last time you won the league?
Might as well just leave this.
When's the last time you won the league? If I won the league, forget that.
When's the last time you won the league?
What makes you think Leeds are bigger than Tottenham? No. What makes you think Leeds are bigger than Tottenham? D, you're not moving on.
Wait, one second. When I was young, when I was young, and let me be clear, when I was young, City 100% were nowhere near a big boy table, right? What I consider the big boy table, yeah? But the mad thing is, when I was young, it was very simple, yeah? People looked at what you were winning there and then, right? This
when
conversation...
You were young, Tottenham were winning,
hold on, George, let me land, please, bro. But again, that's fine. If you want to say back then, that's fine. But right now, the shit you're doing when you're trying to talk about all this different stuff to put you at the big boy table, talking about income and all of that, I can't lie. To me, I just think, bro, win trophies and you're at a big boy table. Right now, the best thing you could have said, George, is we just won a European trophy, right? But all this, you're talking about all this other stuff. I just think
everything. I didn't talk about the other stuff. That's clearly you didn't listen. I literally said you take all those things into consideration: revenue, commercials, size of club, and trophies. And all of these things, they all come into consideration.
But to say you sit at a table,
every single metric.
But again, you're putting yourself, George. You're putting yourself at a table with fucking like. And I'll be honest, the big boy table for me, the biggest is fucking Liverpool and Manchester United, right? And I've always said this: when Arsenal get put there, it is based on the size of the fan base. Cool, but if we're being real, Manchester United and Liverpool sit at a table by themselves.
If you want to put them on a separate table, that's fine. That's fine. But then
you have Chelsea and Arsenal and Tottenham. Bro, Tottenham are very far down. Like
that's for you. But you've got all these different tables. Clearly, there's a lot of equations going on in your head to work out all these. That's not like it's very simple for me. That's the thing.
I just don't get how you because the one thing
I'll be honest, I'm still stuck on Leeds being bigger than Tottenham. I'm not even.
No, I didn't say Leeds are.
I need to understand by what metric are they bigger.
You see, when I grew up here,
No.
Now they're bigger than Leeds.
You always ask me to answer your questions. Answer my question, please.
What question?
And by what metric are Leeds bigger than Tottenham?
I didn't say they were bigger than you. I asked you
a question. Why are you asking silly questions then? You're doing the same thing you do. Why are you asking silly questions?
You're talking and answering at the same time. I don't understand how that works.
I didn't ask you a question. You answered it, and then I asked you why you're asking silly questions.
I'm trying to factor in how big that to you got the Tottenham are, innit? That's what I'm trying to do. So rank them in order, like the size of the clubs and where you put them. Rank them in order for me. Because when I was growing up, see teams like Leeds, Sunderland, all them teams were gigantic.
Yeah, but times have changed, bro.
Tottenham was still bigger than them. Tottenham was still bigger than them.
Because when you're growing up, Arsenal were doing invincibles, and now they're scraping for any kind of trophies.
I'm not even explaining this. Don't ask me a question. I'm not
rank the team.
Don't ask me a question. I'm not answering any of your questions, D.
Oh my days. Just rank the team.
I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it today, bro.
I can't lie. Even the side of the club's kind of dead. Just go and win trophies.
All right, watch this. Daps, let me ask him this question, yeah? Do you think Tottenham
did you not just hear what I said?
I'm talking to Daps. I'm not talking to you.
You just said, let me ask him this question. I'm
not watch this, yeah. He talks a lot, yeah. He talks a lot, yeah. Watch this. You know, you're talking for a lot for a guy that's not going to answer the question, isn't it? So anyway, he said that he thinks his team are bigger than these teams, yeah. I can guarantee you, Rangers and Celtic are both bigger than Tottenham.
Was that a question or was that a statement?
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to that.
You just said I'm going to ask a question and you made a statement. You're not. No, D. This is just another sign of Digao delusion.
I'm not talking. You're talking. You're asking a question.
You said you're going to ask him a question.
I'm going to ask Palace D. Do you think Tottenham are bigger than Rangers and Celtic?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
No chance.
Where's the relevance? You know what? Let's go back to
I'm not talking to you. I
can't lie.
We were talking about Newcastle. We went off on a tangent. Let's go back to Isak. Yeah.
Just quick one. Super chat. 1 second. What's this? D, I'm snitching on you for asking Side if City is bigger than Leeds United. Do you know Leeds only has 4 domestic trophies? Bro, this is a thing. Things change. Like, things do change. Just because if we're going to do this, bro, Preston North End used to be a massive club. Yeah, shit changes. Shit does change. So Leeds at the moment, Leeds do have, don't get it twisted, Leeds do have a very big fan base, a bit like Newcastle, I guess, as far as them. Do you know what? Who's bigger? I think this is a valid one. Who's bigger, Leeds or Newcastle? And for me,
yeah, that's a good one.
I think globally, it probably is Leeds. When
you guys say very big fan bases, how often when you go on a holiday do you see a Leeds or Newcastle shirt? I don't.
Yeah.
I just came back from Barcelona. I never once saw a Newcastle shirt. I saw a bare other team shirts.
Bro, it depends. If you go, bro, it depends where you go. Go to Benidorm and literally it is Leeds. Yeah. So it depends where you go, to be fair. It's all relevant. But I do hear it. At this point, I don't think Leeds are Leeds legacy-wise.
Forget Leeds. Forget Leeds. Go to Celtic then. Are Tottenham bigger than Celtic?
Oh, no. You're just trying to win the argument. Let's get back to Isak because nobody cares about all this.
Ask your question. Name them in order. You don't want to name them.
I don't care about your question, D. That's what it is. You're telling me I don't care.
Why are you talking then? I'm not asking you.
Because your questions are irrelevant. They're not even relevant to the show. They're not even relevant to the topic. We've gone way off a tangent. That's why. You're talking about Isak, and now you're trying to talk about.
You started it by saying you're at the big table.
And it's funny, Rangers are bigger than us, but they'll take our youngest players on loan, but they're bigger than us. That's what they do. They'll take our youngest players to go buy their time and learn.
You talk a lot for a guy that don't want to talk about the conversation. You know what I'm saying is, you said you're at the big table, and we're trying to explain that you're not at the big table. That's the point. That's the whole point. You said City are not at the big table when they are clearly.
I never said that.
You did say that.
I didn't.
You said they've just. Oh, so I City at the big table then.
I said they've just overtook us in trophies. I never said
who's at the big table.
You don't listen, D. Maybe you need to listen better.
I'm asking you who's at the big table. That's what I'm asking.
I'm currently at the big table. This is what I mean. This is where, when you say, George, that you don't think it changes, if you're at the big table, you're at the big table. But for me, as a City fan, up until I would say 2000 and... it depends, because I'll say the biggest table, Man United, Liverpool, we weren't at that table until we won a Champions League. Because once you are now, though. But we are now. Before that, we were probably at a slightly smaller table. But when I was a kid, we weren't at no big table. We definitely weren't, but we are now. So things do change. D, Palace, what table are you at, bro?
We're not at no table, man.
No?
We're not at no table. A lot of table talk, D, from you, but let's talk about real facts. Let's talk about trophies. Let's talk about
are you going to finish the top of the table this season, D? That's what you need to worry about, table. Are you going to finish?
Yeah, exactly. You need to finish at the top of the Premier League table. Forget about Rangers and Celtics and all of them players.
Do you know what, George?
You're not even top of the London table, fam. Focus, bro. The concentration levels are low.
Top of the London table. Who's won more trophies than London? Who's won more trophies than Arsenal?
You lot are mad, George. Have you spoke to him since yesterday? Because, by the way, you haven't been shameless, so shout out to you, George.
I spoke to everyone about Palhinha.
No, about fucking the game yesterday.
Oh, what, D? No, me and D haven't spoke about the game. He's been avoiding me about the game. It's not even, usually I thought you were going to come on here talking about the game. He come in my chats. He's all commenting on my videos and stuff, and you better win the league now or some rubbish like this. He's just doing the shamelessness that D does, isn't it?
You said what phase
he doesn't want to talk about the game.
Let me tell you what Jules messaged me.
Let's talk about the game.
Jules messaged me.
I didn't message you yesterday.
You said what phase is Thomas Frank in because he's won a preseason trophy?
Wait, I messaged you or did I comment that on my own video?
Well, you might have commented whatever. I saw a message saying he said what phase is Thomas Frank in because he's won a preseason trophy.
No, that in fact I didn't even comment.
That's what George said.
That was the title of my video. Why are you lying, yo? I didn't message you anything. You went out of your own way to comment on my video. Don't say I messaged you.
Why are you saying what phase is he in about a preseason
it's a good question.
trophy?
What phase is Thomas Frank in? Answer the question.
What do you mean? What phase? He's not in a phase. He hasn't even started.
All right. So why did he beat Arteta and he's not in a phase? He's in phase 0, but he can beat Arteta's phase 7 Arsenal, fam. What's going on? What's going on?
D, you like facts. D, you like facts. These are facts. These are facts.
He won a trophy yesterday.
Oh, he won a trophy. What trophy did he win? What trophy did he win?
And what phase is he in?
What
in
trophy?
Phase 0, he's won a trophy.
Where's
Arteta's trophy, bro?
What trophy did Thomas Frank win?
Phase 0, Frank.
Wait,
what's happening, bro?
What trophy did Thomas Frank win?
Huh? Hey, D,
I don't know.
No, 1 sec, D. Let me ask you what trophy he won.
I don't care what it's called. A trophy's a trophy. Yeah, I saw my team. You know what I saw? I saw my team do a trophy lift whilst your guys were looking off. You know what they're doing? They're looking over their shoulder like shit. You know, you see that meme when you look at a girl that walks past is better than yours. That's what you're doing. You're looking over your shoulder like shit. I wish that was me. I wish that was me. You might have looking at that trophy lift like you wanted to be a part of it.
Let's relax on a preseason trophy now. Relax on a preseason trophy.
Is that what George? Is that what you're doing?
We're talking about big boy tables and you're gassing up preseason trophies. Let's actually talk about real football stuff. D,
you know what it is? I've won a trophy this season, so don't talk to me about other trophies.
That's what I'm saying.
I respect all trophies. I'm allowed.
George,
I just won another trophy. D, you need this trophy. That's the thing. You need this more than me.
George, I don't need it.
No, you needed it.
No, you need it, bro. Don't put me in it. I got my trophy 3 months ago.
D, I presume you've got the Emirates. I presume you've got the Emirates Cup in a week. What's it called? That one that you do at the end of every summer?
It's called the Emirates Cup. It's called the Emirates Cup.
So, George, is he allowed to celebrate that in a couple of weeks? In a week's time?
Must be.
It's up to him.
Can he celebrate that?
So these lot paraded it. They put their hands in the air. I saw armpits when they celebrated yesterday.
No, but D, are you worried? Let's forget about all of the banter stuff. Are you like slightly worried that when you're looking at your squad, I mean, how much of an improvement has been made? And plus, the patterns of play and everything like that, it seems similar. I don't think Arsenal have been that great.
I'm not worried just yet.
Why? When would you be worried? What's the point?
Well, I know you watched the game and I watched.
I wasn't worried.
Performance.
I don't know if you're asking me. I wasn't worried when we played Newcastle or AC Milan because we won both games, weren't we? So this game they played. No, it was a bad performance. They played really well. They played they put the 100% in. They played what they played there.
Was we the best team you played in preseason so far?
Was you the best team we played in preseason so far?
I watched.
Yes.
Newcastle probably. Yeah, probably. Newcastle and Tottenham were both tough games. I'm saying. So.
And how do you feel about your fan base turning on Gyökeres after like 10 minutes of?
I just think they're all. I think they're all washed. Them man are idiots, man. Them man just chat shit, bro.
What did they really tell? Hold on, did they really?
Them man are putting up compilations and stuff. He came off for 10 minutes. Them man are fools. Them man are dumb.
Yeah, but that's online, isn't it? It's
by the way, as his release rules, was I not telling you around the 13th, 14th? So that was, I think, based on last year's transfer window. Apparently, there was a Palace journalist whilst you lot were talking about who's on the table. It expires on the 15th. Which is more realistic, as I said to you at the start. Like I was a bit shocked why it would expire tonight. So it expires on the 15th, but that doesn't really change a thing because according to your own football club and what information they're given, they're planning to bid below it anyway. So the release schools.
You keep flipping.
Talking about the game, yeah.
You keep flipping topics.
Yeah. I'm gonna link that.
It's just an update. It's on the 15th now. It's not tonight.
Oh, okay.
Watching the game yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. Apparently, it's still.
Okay. We're watching the game yesterday, D.
Yeah.
What was your biggest concern? Because I was looking at it and I was like, a lot of same patterns, a lot of the same thing as always, as last season, you know, get the ball out to the wings, try force a cross into the box. But more than anything, I think some people think Odegaard played well. I think he done okay. He wasn't terrible. A lot of people said he played bad as well. I don't think he played bad, but he didn't do enough. Yeah. And are you not concerned that that's where you're missing a type of player like Eze? Yesterday, Eze would have had a big impact in that game because there was a lot of space on the edge of the box where you just need a player to make the most of it. And so probably someone needs to play straight through the middle, like play a ball down the middle. what was you watching, and what do you think Arsenal were missing yesterday?
I'm still trying to figure out why you're over-analysing a pre-season game and getting excited.
I'm asking a question about it. Didn't over-analyse. I asked the question. I'm asking you to answer the question. You can answer the question. Don't go around the houses. Just answer the question. You get annoyed when I do that, so I'm asking you.
Liverpool lost 4-2 as well. Yeah,
that's fine.
Crystal Palace lost 3-2 to Mainz.
So I just asked the question.
So what I want to know is,
this guy's been keeping up over pre-season results.
Yeah, because Crystal Palace lost 3-2 as well. By the way, don't forget that.
That is funny.
What I want to know
ask the question.
Wait. What I'm going to say is, I'm in shock that because did you beat? What was your score before the Arsenal game? What was your one before the Arsenal game?
We played 2 friendlies where we drew against 2 teams.
Okay.
They're not even in the Premier League. Luton and Wickham. We drew against Luton and Wickham, but guess what? We beat you.
Luton and Wickham. Okay.
We beat you guys. We beat you. It don't matter. We beat you. It was easy. And guess what? Wickham gave us a harder game than you, man. Wickham actually scored 2 goals.
That's a mad super chat, by the way. Hey, let's read that super chat beforehand. I don't know what that is. Hey, what currency is that?
10,000 Nigerian Naira. Big up you, bro.
Hey, read that.
Yeah. I've got a couple of super chats just quickly.
Okay. Shall I go in, or you want to read it?
No. So first one is from Eureka. What's that? Eureka Johnson. Fucking hell. Remember her, D? Eureka Johnson.
Yeah, Eureka Johnson.
that was Collymore, innit?
Yeah, Stan Collymore.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Hold tight, Eureka Johnson. Don't look like the same one. But when the Super League was happening, Spurs were invited. Leeds, Newcastle, Celtic, Rangers weren't big teams. Yeah. Agree with that. Do agree with that. I mean, nothing to do with the owner, I'm sure. And the last one, shout out to, who's this from? From Victory the Great, saying, big up the panel, love from Nigeria. George, you can't judge off one pre-season alone. Remember last year when Man United beat Arsenal? Look how that turned out. And the Gyökeres slander, I'm a City fan, but it's getting shameless. Cut the guy some slack. Bro, I hear it, you know. I do hear it. I don't know. I saw some stats the other day. Appreciate the super chats, people. I saw some stats on him the other day, though. D, you'll probably know this. Something about only 2 goals against top half teams or something last season. Is that?
Oh, Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think a couple of them was in the cup. I think they're talking about the league. The first thing I think they're talking about the league, and secondly, he's done it in the Champions League. So anyone can look at stats.
I think he's going to.
You can say that about any striker if you look at individual. If you look at individual.
Word. Why did we go off topic?
You didn't answer my question.
Did Nonny start? Did Nonny play? Is Nonny
playing? He's on holiday.
Oh, he's on holiday.
No, D.
Wait, D. If you felt like I overanalyzed the game, then why in your match review where you spoke about it, you said it's a very bad game, you was disappointed, that you wanted to see more, all of these things. Why did you say all that? Why did you say all that if I'm overanalyzing?
Look, no, D has a point. It's a pre-season game.
D got caught right there. That's why.
No.
You're analysing the pre-season game.
You overanalyze the game in your review then. In your match reaction, you overanalyze it.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm going to analyse it from an Arsenal perspective.
So when I asked you a question on the Arsenal perspective, why did you go quiet?
You said to me that do I not feel like Eze would be in the 10? Would make a difference?
I said, do you feel? So all you had to do was answer it. You could have said no or yes. You didn't answer it.
I'm trying to explain
why you overanalyzing. I asked you about Odegaard's position and the potential replacement that the player you want to bring in and how he would add into the game yesterday.
I'm going to tell you, Odegaard's not going to get dropped regardless of whether Eze comes in or not. That's the first thing. Odegaard's our captain, so he's not going to get dropped. If Eze comes in, he's going to play on the left. That's what's going to happen.
So enjoy that. He's not
Declan Rice wasn't an 8. Declan Rice wasn't an 8 before he came.
Okay, it doesn't matter, but I'm talking about Eze. I don't care about Declan Rice. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Eze, what I've seen. He's played left wing at Palace. I don't know if he played 8 in West Ham. I can't remember. But yeah, he's not. I don't
understand whether he's a left wing or not. What's that got to do with whether he's going to play left wing or not? I don't understand.
Yeah. But anyways, going back to the actual topic, forget about Eze. We spoke about Eze enough. The reason why we're talking about your club and your actual performances is because all of our clubs here have seen success recently. Your club is in phase 6.
For fuck's sake.
So when we're talking about your club,
he just wants to have he just wants to go back.
No. I'm not. I'm being serious. You're
desperate to go back.
I think your performances it matters a little bit more because if it's the same old, then you might get the same old results. So when you're facing Tottenham and you're looking like
we beat Tottenham twice last. We beat Tottenham.
I know. But the performance in the attack, there's been question marks asked and it's like similar. Like, what's really changed from last year to this
year? We beat them twice on
holiday. But do you think it's enough? Do you think, from what you've seen so far in pre-season, do you think it's enough for you to go win the league? Have you seen any changes?
Not currently, but we've still got 3 weeks of pre-season left. That's the first thing. Secondly, do you think Tottenham are better team than Arsenal are going to finish above us?
I don't think they'll finish above you.
It doesn't matter what happened in the preseason game, then does it?
But then again, look, Tottenham and Arsenal. No. The reason why it's different. You
know what? I've actually got a good point. Actually, let's make a point. So let me ask whether they.
There's no way you've got a good point.
No. So let me ask Jules. Jules, do you think Tottenham are going to finish above Arsenal this year?
I don't need to answer any of your questions. Why are you overanalyzing games? Why are you overanalyzing games for? What are you looking at pre-season games and then talking about where you're going to finish? Why are you talking about finishes before the transfer window's over? Stop it, man.
What are you talking about? I'm saying, you beating us in pre-season. How much effect does it have on the season?
Why are you overanalyzing the game, bro? Just look at where you finished last season. Look where we finished last season. We're 17th. You're second, bro. You're way better than us, innit? You're way better than us. Don't worry about that game yesterday. Don't worry about it. It's just a friendly.
It is a friendly.
Quickly, the chat.
It's just and I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that. I'm letting you know. You don't have to worry. Stop worrying. Why are you worrying about where Spurs are going to finish? It's just a friendly, D. It's just a friendly, bro. Calm down. You only lost the friendly, bro.
Yesterday, I saw a guy say yesterday, this is the first time we've won a North London derby in 3 years. I heard a guy say that, from a Tottenham fan, say that yesterday. He actually classed it as a North London derby. This is how embarrassing it's getting. He actually classed it as a North London derby.
It was also Arsenal fans that were saying, like Catch, that were saying, "Oh, it's not friendly. It's a game. It's a competitive game." Catch and SB were saying this on their channel. I remember watching them. And
am I Catch or SB?
But no, you're talking about other Tottenham fans. I'm talking about other Arsenal fans. Once you brought up other Tottenham fans, I brought up another Arsenal fan. So we can both do this. Tit for tat. D.
But you're not understanding.
The point I'm making. We can do this.
The point I'm making is
you want to bring up some more other statements that Tottenham fans said. I'll say more statements Arsenal fans have. Don't worry, we can do it. Do you want to?
Let's go by what you said.
What you want to do?
Let's go by what you said then. You said what phrase is Thomas Franklin, and you said he won a preseason trophy. Let's go by what you said then. Yeah, remember that?
Okay, what's your point?
So what phase? I'm asking you what phase?
Oh, you're asking me what phase?
What phase is Thomas Franklin?
I've asked you that question. You said he's in phase 0, so I'm gonna say he's phase 0 too.
Oh, so he's won a trophy already.
Phase 0. I didn't want a trophy.
Guys, let's get back to Eze. D.
Yeah.
Fam zone D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where are you playing Eze then?
Eze will play left wing if he comes. Odegaard's not going to get dropped.
Are you certain about that?
I'm positive. Odegaard's our captain.
Why would you wasting your time? You're wasting your time. You're wasting Eze's time. You're wasting everyone's time, bro. I'll be real.
Look, I don't know about Eze on the left, you know.
He's not a left winger. He's not.
I don't know about Eze on the left.
Yeah, you keep saying that. You keep saying he's not a left winger. Do you think he would be better than Martinelli on the left wing?
Yeah, but
yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes. On the left wing. Martinelli's off, bro.
Do you think he'll be better than Martinelli on the left wing?
It doesn't matter. You can still sign left wingers. You can actually go and sign left wingers.
You asked me a question. I'm telling you, Odegaard is not going to get dropped from the Arsenal first.
But what I'm saying is, why don't you go sign an actual left winger? Because next season you don't love your
Are we not linked with Madrid?
D, are you happy? D, are you happy with that though? When you say he's not going to be dropped, are you happy with that?
Not necessarily happy by it.
Because if his performances continue, should he not be able to be dropped? Like,
but
how is he undroppable?
When you say performances continue, you're talking about from last year? Because
the
season hasn't started yet. So don't let these guys make you feel like the season's already started. It hasn't. We don't know.
No. I hear you. That's why I said if the performances continue, he should be able to be dropped. And like just being captain shouldn't mean you're undroppable because you will. I'm pretty certain you will have vice captains. You will have probably 4 or 5 leaders that all can step in. Like so, I don't think it is where.
When Odegaard don't play, we've got no creativity. When he doesn't play, we've got no creativity at all.
Yeah, but if you bring Eze in, then you're bringing in the creativity. So then, surely, like if you bring Eze in, it should be so that him and Odegaard can battle it out for the position.
Eze would cook through the middle like he would, but then Arteta's ego won't let that happen because we know that this manager's a freak. even the way he looks at Havertz and stuff. We'll see if he starts Gyökeres.
For some reason, our manager's such a freak that finishes above your clubs. I don't understand.
Yeah, but your manager, the funny
Such
thing
a terrible manager that finishes above you every year.
But when it comes to actual success, which is what big clubs are after, right? Yeah, that's where the full stop. That's where we just stop, like fully.
But you're talking like you're a Man United or Liverpool fan. You're
no. I'm just saying. My manager won in phase one. Your manager's trying to win another trophy in phase.
What do you mean? Arteta won in phase one. He won an FA Cup in 6 months.
But you're a big Arsenal Football Club. But you haven't won ever since.
So get your facts right first. Get your facts right first.
Okay, shall I tell you another fact? We are more successful than Arsenal Football Club in the last 4 years. Those are facts.
In the last 4 years. Those are
facts.
But I don't know, man. I mean,
we are in the last 4 years. We are.
Well,
I don't know. Again, everyone judges success different. I'll be honest with you. Like, if Arsenal have been in the Champions League, where'd you get to? The semis last year, was it?
Yeah.
Dude, go semis. All they do is finish second, Daps. Or third. What? That's all they do. Go semi-final, lose.
No, bro. Look, I hear you. If trophies are all you're talking, yeah. All right, you have one trophy and Arsenal don't in the last 5 years, unless you talk like the Charity Shield. But like, I mean, George, and this is, I'm going to come to you right now, yeah? Like, when you talk about Tottenham, you're putting Tottenham at the big table. One of the reasons has been that for a certain period of time, you were getting Champions League football, innit? Yeah, league position is relevant, bro. Like, I'm not here saying league. I hear what you're saying. Arsenal haven't won a trophy, but to say that Palace are more successful than Arsenal in the last 5 years is disingenuous, bro. Like,
look, we'll be honest, yeah. The success argument is just it's semantic to the point that everybody can do their own time frames, and depending on the time frame will be depending on who's more successful. So D's going to do 5 years. Palace will do 5 years. If Arsenal D wants to go 10 years, then Arsenal will be more successful. They want to do 20, 30. Every other time frame outside of the 5 years.
Forget about that. Okay, let's forget about that. Has Arteta
I hear what D's doing.
Has Arteta not been a failure so far for Arsenal Football Club?
What I'm trying to say is, you keep
worrying. You can't ask me that question.
You keep worrying so much about Arteta and Arsenal, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Has he been a failure so far? For Arsenal Football Club?
Was Roy Hodgson a failure at your club?
Why are we talking about Roy Hodgson?
Why are you talking about? You don't have to worry about.
But Roy Hodgson is not even a manager anymore. Why are you talking about Roy Hodgson?
That's my point. I'm asking you a relevant question. My point is, I'm not answering a question from a Crystal Palace fan. Your team is not allowed to question my team.
Has Arteta been a failure for your football club since he's joined?
You're not allowed to.
Would you say this is successful? If Arteta was to leave today, would you say Arteta's been a successful manager for Arsenal Football Club? Yes or no?
What you've got to do is to stop trying to get brownie points from the chat. All you do is you try to get brownie points from the chat, because in the chat they're like, "Oh, we love Palhinha.
I'm talking to you. You're not answering me.
We love Palhinha. You need your ego stroke. That's the problem with you. You're one of those guys. You walk into grounds with the away fans. Because on your TikTok you walk into grounds with your away fans.
Hold on, I didn't hear this. What do you mean by this? Explain this to me, please. What is this?
No. When he gets sticky at games, he tries to blend in. That's what he does, because he gets worried about what's going to happen. He gets sticky.
It's a yes or no. Wait, hold on. I don't know what you're saying.
Tell me anything about anything, because when it gets sticky in real life, you like to blend in. So you can't ask me or Arteta.
No. It's a simple. It's not a bad question. I don't know why I'm so triggered over the question.
It's not triggered. I'm explaining to you that you can't ask me questions.
No, this is the same. No, this is the question. If Arteta was to leave today,
why did you go with away fans?
A failure? Yes or no?
All right. Why did you walk in with away fans? Answer that.
I know. D, can you explain what this walking with? I need to know.
D, you might as well just explain, because he's going to keep going on around it.
I'm confused. What is this walking? D,
why did you walk in with away fans?
TikTok you've released. What's this TikTok?
No. Hold on. No. I'm not answering any questions.
No.
Because this reflection is
we want to move on the conversation.
I'm not going to lie. Every time I try and talk about fucking Isak, or I try and talk about Eze or anything football related, D, you're just taking it back to fucking Arsenal, bro. Like,
always.
That's what I'm asking him. He asked me a question. I'm asking him a simple question.
D, answer this question. Let me ask you a question first. I'm going to ask both the Ds a question. So, firstly, to Fan Zone D,
Yeah.
Has Arteta's time at Arsenal been a success?
Not currently. No, of course not.
Right. All right, D, what is going on with you walking in with away fans? Can you explain what this is about?
It's absolute rubbish. I went Brighton away, and basically, if you go to away games, like even North London Derby, the police, they literally kettle you in. So they kettled us in the wrong section. So I ended up walking with the Brighton fans to the ground. I was literally in the Palace end. I don't know what he's talking about. It's a TikTok video.
But you hid your top though, no? Remember that?
Hold on, aren't they your biggest rivals, Brighton?
Lies.
You can literally watch the video.
Lies.
What type of section is this? This is actually crazy. This is
anyway, D, back to Fan Zone D. What I want to see is, because I know if I ask you, you're going to tell me he's back up for Saka on the left. This is why I asked about Noni, because I need to see where Noni is playing for Arsenal. For me,
no one has a clue. No one has a clue. That's why the Arsenal fan base weren't happy about it. No one understands it because we could have got kudos for the same price.
And I just think at the moment, like as a City fan that has watched Haaland and Doku, and watch Haaland's body language every single time Doku gets the ball, right? And by the way, this isn't Doku slander because Doku, Marmoush, and Savio works, but Haaland and Doku does not work, Like Haaland literally stops making certain runs because he knows he's not going to get the ball. And I'm intrigued. If you play Noni on the left, it could be sticky times. For Gyökeres, of course, Saka will be putting the ball through to Gyökeres, but every time Noni gets that ball, bro, he's never going to be releasing Gyökeres. So I'm intrigued because I think that's massive on your season to where you... And that's what I mean. If Noni plays on the left, then Eze is going to be competing with Odegaard, I think, innit? If Noni is playing on the left.
Yeah.
Because you've still got Trossard and Martinelli as well, right?
No, Trossard will leave. Trossard's leaving. But
I think the reality of the situation...
the questions you're asking are the same questions that the Arsenal fans are posing. No one knows.
Yeah, right.
Right. We don't. Yeah, I can't answer these questions because I actually don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know, You don't know, You don't know. But I feel like there's a section of Arsenal fans that are worried to answer because I think we already know the answer. If you don't sign Eze, there's a good chance you go into the new season as Madueke as your left winger. We've seen it before.
Yeah, maybe.
How he operates. And I think Arsenal fans don't want it to happen, so they're not talking about it. But I think that could be a good reality of the situation if you don't sign Eze. Which I think there's a good chance you don't sign Eze as well.
But this is what you lot are not understanding is Arteta is in a position where he's already on his career's already on the line. He's already made signings that people don't agree with. So he has to be brave and make these decisions work. This is all down to him. If it doesn't work, then people will be against him, innit? This is how it goes. This is how football is. You make brave decisions. If it doesn't work, then you get slandered for it. Like, I don't know.
Just some breaking news here. It looks like Newcastle are making a move for Ollie Watkins. Boy, I guess if they get Ollie Watkins, then we know that Isak is going.
I think they do. I think they do. I think they do.
I think Ollie Watkins.
I think Sesko is going to be going to Manchester United.
Yep.
Yeah. If you look at the back end of last season, I think getting Ollie Watkins is an easy move to get done. To be fair.
It's easier than Sesko. So.
Yeah. And then that would mean that Isak is going. A couple of super chats quickly before we
That'd be crazy, man.
Carry on. Hold tight, Prince. Well, I don't want to butcher that second name, and trust me, I will butcher that second name. So, any of you guys pronounce it, please, because I will butcher that name to death. Hold tight, the Prince. George still drunk, celebrating a pre-season trophy. I mean, he's still celebrating 2 trophies at this point, I guess.
Yeah, some people can't relate.
I mean, you can't relate to 2 trophies, can you, D? To be fair,
no.
I
can't really celebrate any kind of trophies in the last.
Wait, why do you hate Arsenal so much? Why do you hate Arsenal so much?
No, there's a question for you in the super chat. Can we go for the super
chat? Hold on, next one. Solomon, if it was a Solomon said, hold tight, Solomon. If it was a friendly, why did Arteta only make changes in the 70th minute?
That's not a question to me. That's not a question to me, is it?
It's not the only answer for you. Question to you.
That'd be for me. That's a question to Arteta, isn't it?
No, but you're all right. Can you answer it from the Arsenal point of view?
Yeah, can you?
The other day when we were doing the show, you seemed so keen to talk from other people's point of view. So can you talk from Arteta's point of view for us then?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When we was me, you and Brooks, you wanted to speak from like Azerbaijan point of view. You want to speak from
or do you want
random country point of view? Can you talk from Arteta's point of view?
Let him answer it, George. Let him answer it. He's going to defect again.
He obviously took it seriously, didn't he? Arteta took the game seriously and he lost, but it's still a friendly. That's the point. So I don't know what you're getting excited about.
Your manager took the game seriously. Okay, where's the friend?
He did take the game seriously, but
That's
it's
fine.
still
That's all we needed to hear.
That's all I needed to hear. That's fine.
Yeah, leave it now. Leave it now. Leave it. After like a half an hour,
you're jumping up and down.
What phase is Franklin? I'm not jumping up. I'm
saying he went and got a haircut for the game and stuff like that. For friendly, bro. Come on, bro. Let's be serious, man.
And hold tight. What's happened there? Illy, who is saying, so are you hyped up, George, over a friendly? And how do you know? How do you not know
Eze plays left wing? Well, how do I know that Eze can't play left wing? Because I've seen Eze play out wide at Palace, so maybe that's why I know about.
It's not his best position. I think. Look, can he play there? Yeah, but it's not his best position.
Yeah.
But bro, I do hear what Dee's saying, because, like, I mean, fucking Savio spent at Girona spent a whole season on the left. Pep got him and played him on the right. So stranger things have happened.
They're talking about Eze. They haven't signed him. Like, if you really want Eze, you would have signed him, and then we could talk about where he plays. Right now, they haven't signed him, and it's.
Look. One of you lot said earlier it's a priority. Like, it's not a priority. I agree, because if you think, like, it's not. When Arsenal wanted Rice, they went and got Rice. When they wanted Gyökeres, they've gone and got Gyökeres. I don't think Arsenal are like obsessed with getting Eze, and I don't think.
How else did we get Eze? We're getting Rodrigo probably.
Rodrigo rejected you already.
No, he hasn't.
Apparently, we didn't hear.
What are you jumping up and down for?
Apparently, he didn't want to go Arsenal.
I think the Rodrigo thing's got a bit quiet with everyone, to be fair.
Rodrigo news, he doesn't want to go. Like, there's no. Let's come out regardless.
He rejected Arsenal. What are you talking about?
He hasn't rejected anyone. The reports that did come out recently was that he didn't want to go to Tottenham. I'll be real about that. He said he didn't want to go. Apparently, he wasn't Tottenham. He didn't want to go to Tottenham. He wasn't Arsenal. I'll be real. He never said anything about Arsenal. There's no news coming out about him in Arsenal.
Well, the funny thing is, I can see you ending up with no Rodrigo and no Eze and Madueke starting left wing. That just sounds like Arsenal Football Club to me. Hopefully, you prove me wrong in it. But that's how you sound.
You know what you got to do? You got to start focusing on your own club, you know.
I'm focusing on my own club. As I said, we got Community Shield final against Liverpool. Then we got.
Oh, it's the final. It is a final. Oh, nice. He said it twice.
According to your manager, it is. I'm fine with my football club. I think you need to focus on yours, because your one is getting a bit embarrassing. My one's not embarrassing at all.
Right. If United get Sesko, how are you rating United's transfer window so far?
No.
Huh? It's good.
7 out of 10.
More if they get what?
Considering where they are, yeah. I don't know how they're managing to get. I don't know how they managed to get. I mean, Sesko. We've got to remember, like, a lot of Arsenal fans were twerking for Sesko until recently. So Sesko is not a bum. Cunha's not a bum, and who's the other one? And Buemo, for me, is a very good footballer. I don't really get. But I'm intrigued to see what happens, because I think, George, you were saying it earlier about going Man United. I just find that when you go to Man United, there's something not right there. There's something not right there. And I don't know.
It's that pressure, man. Playing for Man United, they're the biggest, like, no doubt, they're the biggest club in England. Yeah. And that pressure from it's not even like, you get the pressure of just being at Man United. That's a pressure itself. But from the fan base, it's like, everything is so microscoped into every action that Sesko does. From the minute he arrives at the Manchester airport to the minute that he plays his first game, they're looking at every single move he makes. Who's he following on social media? Oh, why is he following Arsenal? Like, everything is made to be such a massive deal as a Man United player. And I just think it becomes too much for some players, especially a player like Sesko, who, let's say, he played for Salzburg and Leipzig. He's not been in that type of environment before. So it might be overwhelming to him. So let's see, innit? Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah. Where's this chat? Who is it? Whoever said that, keep our club's name out of your mouth. I called you Man United. My bad, you rag bastard. Sorry. Carry on.
They need more signings. It's with Amorim and his style of play as well. I think wing backs. I don't think it's enough. I don't know what I honestly can't predict where Man United will finish next year if the season was to start right now. It's very hard. Okay. I don't even know about Amorim. Like, is he good enough to coach these players as well? They play similar system. Well, they play like similar system to Palace, but it was.
I think that's with a lot of people this season. Like, for me personally, I think everything at City is on Pep. I think a lot of things at Man United this season is on Amorim. Arsenal, Arteta.
I think City are getting slept on though. Perhaps I feel like the conversation this summer has primarily been Arsenal and Liverpool. I think City are kind of getting slept on. I don't think you will have a bad season as you did last season, and you've signed some good players as well. Rodri coming back is going to be massive.
Rodri's injured at the moment.
Is he injured again, or
yeah, he got injured? Yeah. So unless I must admit, I haven't been on Twitter today, but what are we with Friday today? 4 days in, I haven't seen him in any pictures in training. So apparently he is at the academy, but he's doing he's having what's it called?
Maybe they want to play safe with him. They don't want to risk him. Maybe it might not be like a major injury, and they just want to play safe.
No, bro, it's an injury. 100%, it's an injury. He got injured in the Club World Cup.
Do you reckon they still finish above? I think Liverpool's up there, but I think you're like competing with Arsenal, Liverpool. Where do you think?
So where I think with City at the moment, I'm saying right now, based on what I saw in the Club World Cup, and there was some promising signs in the Club World Cup, but that last game just gave me PTSD of transitions. And so at the moment, I've said I think we finished 3rd or 4th. However, after the first 5 games, that could change, and I could say, yeah, we could challenge, right? But I have to see what Pep is doing about transitions, because at the moment, the high line without Walker's pace is not good. So I need to see how Pep is. If Pep doesn't change anything on last season, then we could struggle, because the transition thing without Walker's pace is mad. But if he finds a way to counter that, which Pep may well do, then yeah, we can challenge. Look, the thing is, right, everyone's saying at the moment, if Liverpool get Isak, the deal is done. The league is done, right? But if we're doing that, well, last summer, everyone was saying Liverpool are not finishing in the top 2 or 3, yeah? Football is a mad thing. And at the moment, it's great if they get Isak, right? But they've got 3 centre-backs, correct me if I'm wrong at this point, right? 2 of which are injury-prone, and one is, I think, is Van Dijk 34 now?
Yeah.
Right. So Van Dijk's 34, Konate and Gomez are both very injury-prone. Liverpool needs to get another centre-back. They have to get another.
They might get Gay. I think Palace are open to send Gay this window. But that's the thing. I don't think Gay, it's like, I want to leave right now. He's like, for him, it might be better for him to go on a free next year.
I just feel like, I honestly feel like the reason, because for me, it is mad that we're talking about all this great business Liverpool are doing in the final third, yeah? And I think Liverpool have, for me, right, they've brought in Kirkes, right, who is an upgrade on Robertson here and now. Not prime Robertson, but the Robertson here and now, right? Frimpong, he's not an upgrade on Trent, but between Frimpong and Connor Bradley, that's 2 good right backs. They brought in Wirtz, which is just an extra baller, right? They brought in Ekitike, which you'd probably say, well, Ekitike, I don't even know who he's a replacement for. We could say Jota, but if they bring in Isak, then Isak's probably the Jota replacement. They have 100% improved, but they do need to deal with this. They do need to deal with this centre-back cover. Otherwise, it is kind of, from that point of view, something that isn't being spoke about enough at the moment for me, right? Because they've got 3 centre-backs and 2 of them are very injury-prone. If one injury, and I've seen Liverpool fans say, yeah, but Gravenberch or Endo can play as a centre-back. Now, we've got proof of when you play very good DMs as centre-backs. You can talk City, Fernandinho. The season Fernandinho slotted in and played centre-back, we lost the league, and the same with Fabinho at Liverpool. So, I don't know, Liverpool need to get that done, but City at the moment, for me, are finishing 3rd or 4th. I think Chelsea, if Chelsea go and get Donnarumma, I think Chelsea is probably my dark horse, you know.
Yeah. They look good in the Club World Cup as well, but let's see. During the
I could see Chelsea. I could see Chelsea getting Donnarumma, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they should. I think they need another goalie, and Donnarumma actually looked good in the Champions League last year. I know he's got like a few bozo moments in him, like in general, but I thought he looked solid. I thought he was very good. For PSG. So I think that'd be a great
I know
sign.
United have been linked with him as well.
Yeah, well, hey, United need more than Chelsea. Let's say that. That's what I'm saying. Like United, they've got a lot of stuff.
That is the maddest link I've ever seen in my life, right? Bro, why would he possibly go from PSG, to fucking Man United? And furthermore, he's leaving PSG because he wants more money. He ain't going to go to fucking United and get that money neither. So that is a mad link. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. Let me just check. Who are we redirecting to? Are we redirecting to?
Also, hit the like button as well, people. We're on 417.
I think these guys.
Is D going live? Let me have a quick look. 1 second.
I saw you had a live set up. I don't know what time it's set for, but I did see it was set up. So
I'll be watching Eze in about 2 hours' time. Play for Palace.
Who are you playing?
We got Augsburg, but we got 2 games, 2 90-minute games, back-to-back friends. So,
fucking hell, there's a few. Where's Famzone? There's Famzone.
If you type Famzone, it'll come up, I think.
Well, no, I can't see it, bro. Has he got one?
I got a notification for it. Maybe you can.
Hey, you know Dido? Hey, he's a master of deflection. I can't respect it.
He's a master.
He is. Hey, I can't believe it. I never realized.
He might have to be down. I did see one to come up though. Maybe someone else.
No. We'll redirect to Football Terrace. Not really. Do you know what? We'll redirect to a gal. Fuck it. I don't know if the gal's not live. Who's live? Anyone? Who's live?
I'll check. I've got Views live. I think Views is live. Views is live, man. Just redirect to Views.
Views. 1 second.
Views on Sport. Usually see him in the chat now.
Oh, I can't find it. It looks like no one's getting a fucking redirect at this point. Yeah, no one's. Fuck it. I can't be bothered. No one's getting a redirect.
End of stream.
Sorry, people. End of the stream, right, people. We might be back later if there's more news. If not, we will be back tomorrow. George, you got anything coming up?
Just videos, man. Video stuff coming out today, tomorrow. But furthermore, watch along Sunday 11. We're starting Newcastle game, so look out for that one, man. But yeah, we're back on Sunday.
Cool. Everyone have a good weekend, and we'll catch you soon.
We've had a couple of dodgy dealings around my way recently. Only last week there was a car salesman, and he got arrested for selling drugs. Amazing, isn't it? When you think you know someone. I never knew he sold cars.